So, hi everybody, welcome to the second in a potentially very short series of Guerrilla Talks giving our technical issues. This one is called Living Next Door to Alice. So apologies to Smoke or anybody from Sheffield. It's just basically a day in the life for DBA. A little bit about me to start with. I'm just going to start my clock because I ran over last time and this is just killing precious seconds. Do that. Okay, cool. My name is Richard. Hi, I'm Splappy on Twitter. I'm a DBA. I've been doing this for the same company for 15 years, but probably nearer 20 now. So I'm kind of old and farty. I am a northerner, so I'm apologising for A, my accent, and B, my attitude, because we like that. And I'm absolutely gutted that I didn't make sequel bits this year, because apparently it was a blast. I usually try and make them, but I'm going to have to wait for the next one this time. Okay, right, so who's Alice? Alice is, let's pretend, Alice is my next door neighbour. She's a DBA. She works for a fairly large company, rather like myself, but we're just going to walk through part of her day. This is Alice. Everybody say hi to Alice. Hi, Alice. Okay, Alice is a DBA. She spends most of her time at a computer, tap, tappity, tap, tap, sending emails, optimizing queries, answering problems, etc., etc. Oh my goodness, we have a little bit of a disaster. Our server room is on fire. We have a disaster. So Alice, don't panic. Like any good DBA, sits back, thinks, okay, how can we recover from this? She's got a smile on her face. She knows everything's sorted. Don't panic. She's got backup scripts and everything's fine. So let's just take a quick look at those backup scripts. Alice's backups, backup database through to disk through full.back, mirrored. Oh, brilliant. She's got mirrored backups. So the backups are being written to an alternate server. We don't have to worry about taking snaps of drives and doing that on the live box. We mirror the backup somewhere else. Thank you so much. She's got a natively compressed backup, so we're not dealing with any third-party compressors, which is very nice. We've also got the checksum on the backup. So that does the torn page detection and recovery options. If you've got checksum, it checks all the pages, etc., etc., and that makes sure that everything's fine in the backup. She also does that on the transaction log, which is fantastic. That is also mirrored. Lovely. We also have checksum option on the log backup, so everything should be fine. So on the second server, Alice does her little offline checks. Now, offline checks consist of a restore header from disk, just to make sure that the backup is actually readable. And she also does a restore verify only from to verify that the backup is in a good state. Now, obviously, restore header only and verify only do slightly different things. She also started out messing about with DMDB index physical stats to see how the logical fragmentation of the indexes to see whether her live database would require any additional maintenance. And I don't believe that. I can't only have 1 minute left. Surely not. What happened there? Mark, how long have I got? No, it's gone. Okay, so she started.
Keep going.
Okay, thank you. So she started out having a look at DMDB index physical stats, like that. Went back old school, DBCC show config and output to a text file, so we can have a look at that. But a backup is just a file. A database is not just a file. You must restore a database from a backup to have a database. This is the one thing that Alice didn't do. She's got all her backups and her verifies in place, but she never tested the restore process. Oh, Alice is now sad. But she's recovered from that. It's nearly lunchtime. Alice's manager comes along and gets a spare time assignment. This is something that her manager wants her to do in her spare time. He's heard about PowerShell and SMO and how to manage a server remotely. So Alice gets to work. That's a lot of reading she's got to do in the next 10 minutes. Alice then meets a project manager. The project manager comes over and says, "Can you help me? Have you got some time?" Alice is a very busy bear and sadly has no time at all for the project manager until next week. Alice then gets a visit from her manager, and her manager says, this is the project manager, and I want you to concentrate on his project and do everything for him today. We need it ready for tomorrow morning. So Alice will be working late again. Tappity tap tap into the wee small hours, and eventually she gets to go to bed. And the next day, up in the morning, she's back at work and slumped over the keyboard. This is just a typical day for Alice as she fights fires, literally. She fights project managers, and she fights her own manager with their conflicting set of priorities. That's it. That's it for the end of that one. Thank you very much to my daughter for the use of her Beanie Boos, and apologies to Grant Fritchley for borrowing parts of his Scary DBA Lightning Talks.
Hooray! Thank you very much.